ஸோ இவர் வந்து அவருக்கு வந்து தாய்லாண்ட்லேருந்து ஒரு மெசேஜ் வந்திருக்கு. ஏற்கனவே மங்காக இருந்து தியானம் ரொம்ப பண்ணுவார் சின்ன வயசுலேருந்து. அந்த மாதிரி தியானம் பண்ண ஒரு காலகட்டம் வரும்போது அவரோட லைஃப்பில் he just decided to do stop martial arts. But he was a fighter. He was a Muay Thai fighter in the ring. He was fighting in the ring for many years. So then he got something happened, and then he stopped. He started teaching traditional martial arts, and in the process he started to become very in tune to the spirituality. So he decided to become a monk. He became a monk for 2 years, and he actually even went into the jungles to meditate for a few years. So, but of course he had some messages, he came back. But recently what happened was he had a message to go to Kadirgam. முருகனுக்கும் இவருக்கும் கனெக்ஷன் இருக்குன்னு சொல்லி அது அறிஞ்சு, ஸோ he said okay கதிர்காம் போகும்னு சொல்லி he suddenly decided he went to கதிர்காம். அங்கே போயிட்டு 3 days from 9 morning to 9 night he just sat there, just meditated, just enjoying the energies there. On the 3rd day he said he heard a message in the heart, which is go to Batikir. Immediately he decided to come to Batikir. That's when he messaged me. But he didn't say anything about Batikir. He said, I'm coming to Kuala Lumpur. So I said, Khru, I'm very excited about you coming. I said, let me take you to Batikir. He had a shock. When I met him in the airport, he started talking about how everything is putting in place. But immediately I felt connected to him right away. But in the Nadi, when we went to see his Nadi, Agastya mentioned in the Nadi, my name was mentioned in his Nadi. His name was mentioned in my Nadi, that we are actually very close spiritual brothers. And Agastya said we both will be in each other's life for the rest of our life. We'll be sharing a lot of things. We'll be, spreading the Siddha knowledge, certain messages to the people. Of course, his role is, of course, to teach the martial arts and all that. And even that, Agastya said, it came from me, which my Guruga taught me. You are teaching Thai martial arts.
Right.
But in the Nadi, Agastya tells, you are doing my art that I learned from my Guru, Murugan Suli. So since then he connected with Agastya very much. So much so, in the center in his place, he started putting Agastya's pictures. He got for Agastya altar now. நீங்கள் எப்படி இந்த மாதிரி யாருமே வைக்காமல் அகத்தியர் மட்டும் வச்சுருக்கீங்களோ அதே மாதிரி அவர் எல்லாத்தையும் எடுத்துகிட்டு அகத்தியர் மட்டும் வச்சு வரவங்களுக்கெல்லாம் அகத்தியர் மந்திரத்தை சொல்லி கொடுத்து வச்சு பூஜை பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருக்காரு. ஸோ இஸ் ஆக்சுவலி வெரி ஃபேமஸ், வெரி வெல் நோன் Muay Thai master. He's got his own training center in Chiang Mai, like in the middle of a retreat, மாதிரி ஒரு ஜங்கல் மாதிரி இருக்கும். He's got animals there, very involved in spiritual work, not just the fighting part. He teaches the weapons, he teaches the Muay Thai, but he also does internal martial arts, spiritual martial arts, and he teaches them meditation. People from all around the world will come and train with him. So he's written 2 books. So when you say his name, a lot of people know about him. So I actually connected to him through martial arts. But we feel very bonded together. We feel like very spiritual brothers. ரொம்ப க்ளோஸ் கனெக்ஷன் எனக்கும் அவருக்கும். சம்டைம்ஸ் கட்டி பிடிச்சிட்டு கண்ணில் தண்ணி வரும், அவ்வளோ ஒரு க்ளோஸ் கனெக்டிவிட்டி. ஸோ ஐ வுட் லைக் டு, that's why I wanted him to know.
We are blessed to have you here, Mr. Pedro. Welcome to ABM. My God.
Maybe you can share your experience.
Yes, please.
I've been practicing all my life martial arts since very child. And now as I looking to keep learning, and the journey brought me to Asia to keep learning, especially in Thailand. And I studied there for a number of years. Now as I have a deep respect for my masters, but it was like it was not enough. Like there is something more to learn, or there was something missing. And that question inside of me triggered me to travel all around Asia, looking for certain things, looking for certain masters, spiritual masters related to martial arts. And I felt at the beginning. I went many places, but I cannot connect the Thai arts where they came from, to Cambodia, to Indonesia, to South India, and I still cannot find it. I met one young master in healing arts and magic, very strong background in magic, and I learned with him. Then, of course, I didn't know where I was walking into it, and we brought some entity for teaching me. But this master, through the black magic, he became pretty much mad. Okay, and then he left, and then I was there teaching this entity, and this entity was very strong, very strong. It's a very long story, but I make it shorter. And years later, I went to the jungle. I was searching for things for within. I have other masters, and it came one time in which this presence, this energy was too strong that I thought I was going to turn crazy. I mean, truly crazy. That, allowed me to sleep, very much torment. And I didn't know exactly where it was coming from, but that was happening. And I'm a person that I do martial arts to self-development, not to harm others. I don't believe in violence. But this was something very real that was happening. So year after year, things became worse and worse and worse, and I became one time desperate, and I told my girlfriend and my students, excuse me, I need to leave, because I feel something is going to happen very bad. I didn't know where I was going, but I knew I need to go to India. So on the way to deciding where to go, which was in South India, I decided to go to Sri Lanka. For whatever reason, the destiny was driving me there. So I traveled all around in Sri Lanka, into the Buddha's places, stupas and temples. And the last part of my journey, I went to Kataragama. And the problem continued. And I arrived in Kataragama when there is a very famous festival for Lord Murugan. I was not really understood who was Lord Murugan, but I felt that I need to go into that festival, and we climb into a very big temple up there in the mountains, 7 mountains. And at the first day, and I still even remember a veil of Lord Murugan with a fire. I used to say, what is that? Wow. I absolutely didn't know anything, but I felt the urge, I feel the necessity to go inside the temple and just to pray. I went there, and I asked Lord Shiva, Lord Murugan, I said, to give the blessing. So I can release all these things that's happening. And yeah, when I stood there, I didn't know. I felt very good. When I came down, I met a yogi, and he looked to me and he said, "Now, very good." The blessing came, and I sit for 3 days in the temple, morning to evening, through Lord Murugan. After I met Agastya, and I'm very deeply connected to him because I was teaching martial arts, and I want to learn some healing arts. In Thailand it's very difficult because the Buddhism of Hinayana or Theravada doesn't allow to practice martial arts, which Lord Agastya is the master of martial arts, the master of healing arts, the master of many things. That so very happily I said, I find my master. Every time that I go to the Vatican Caves, I feel connected with Lord Murugan and with Agastya. through the leagues, I went to see the league master. And
Master Ramesh.
they gave me some points which I'm now working on it to bring some karma from past life, and just step by step looking forward to go to the 6 abodes of Lord Murugan.
Radha mostly.
So by training I have had some experience, some energy come, and I use the observer and the body moves and the swords moving and the stick moving, and I say, what is happening?
It's moving by itself. Because in the relief, Agastya said, you don't need any gurus. I will come into your body. I will teach you what you need to do. And he had that experience a few times.
And this martial arts in a very short period of time has developed incredibly, like I never thought it was possible. I said, how is possible training by myself for a short period of time, 1 year, things are just developing in a very fast speed in all aspects. So very, it's just the words cannot explain. It's
sure.
impossible to.
I'm sure.
I do my best, but it's just so special that.
So nice.
So he introduced me about the Siddhas, about the way and everything. It's like something opening for me too. And the more I get a little bit understanding more, it's just like all my life. It just makes sense, everything I have done. Before it's like, how is possible? I'm in Thailand, I'm a foreigner, and people not believe because they say the religion should not be mixed, but I feel in my heart that I should follow this way to help people through the martial arts, to overcome their fears, to work with their anger, to canalize toward positive things, involving certain connections. So completely different from the point of view. But coming to the Siddhas path is very, very close, very related, so felt very happy.
It's amazing journey.
It's amazing because maybe if I was born under this tradition, I will have idea, but this came out of nowhere. It's like I don't know how to explain it. It surprised me. It truly, I was very surprised. Very surprised. How the things were connected in the past. But you don't put attention or you don't know. But when you open the eyes a little bit and you see things, everything is connected. How is this possible? It's a blessing to be here. After when I returned from Sri Lanka, from Kataragama, I decided to change my logo to put the bell of Lord Murugan as the symbol. And a few months later, I went to see the Nadi reader, the master, and he said, "You have a full permission to use Lord Murugan." I said, "Wow, we already did it."
Actually, he said you should use it too. He said that's how everything, I will help you through this.
Before, when I came from Sri Lanka, I came here, before I met the master, I told my brother who was it, I want to go to the 6 temples of main temples of Mukko, and in the leaf came out too. So everything on the leaf is just keep coming out more and more. I have the logo already.
Yeah.
So very, very interesting. Very.
And this is the first time you are reading the Nadi, the leaf.
The first time I never knew about the leaf, so it's like I feel something that like I'm born for this, something like that. Like how is possible all those? like this was is my destiny. It's just very strange feeling. Sometimes I was a little bit skeptical because who told me this and that and that, and after you see it and then you say, how this is possible?
And sometimes he travels around here. He does workshops, training seminars, because he's got a lot of students from all around the world. So recently he went to South America. He was doing seminars. So he said wherever he goes, he sees influence of the Siddhas and people asking about Agastya. So,
I always carry the picture of Agastya, pray to him, to the seminar goes through. And these trips will continue. I was talking with Uva that the message that I received, I will be, the fighting arts will be for 3 more years until 2019, and from there on I will start to study the healing arts, because the fighting arts already the cycle is completed. So I'm looking forward to learn about medicine, Siddha medicine, herbs and meditation, pranayama, all these things that can complement the martial arts. And if things go good, hopefully I will be able to travel to pass this knowledge, because all this work I would like to share that is beyond ourselves, is, as I see it, is towards the goodness of humanity. I don't believe it's only for ourselves, it should be for everyone else. If Agastya is father, teacher, master, our master, then what a best payment that to share with the world really good things, people understand themselves better, can make a better families, can make a better world. Yeah, I don't find a higher purpose in that. Truly, I didn't find it. I was even considering to become a monk, but I said, okay, become a monk. But so I struggled for that time. I said I should be monk. Maybe it's my desire that I want to go into the martial art. But when I found Agastya, I said, I'm not struggling anymore. This is it. This is exactly.
it's perfect. Because
Is it perfect?
We were talking today morning also. So I said, Siddhas, we go Siddha martial arts. And then we go Siddha medicine and healing. And then we go Siddha meditation. Dhyanam, there was a very big thing that they were focusing. So we were laughing. He said, it's perfect for me. And he's like, oh, it's perfect for me too. It's perfect with both.
It's fit perfectly for what I've been doing, martial arts and meditation and the things that I want to do healing. It's just perfect.
The complete package.
I don't need to remove anything or become anything. It's just continue with what I'm doing, open my heart and keep learning and keep sharing, and it sounds the natural way to go. This is why I was so happy to find it, because I don't need to change anything. I'm in the right path. I don't need to become a monk or.
Agastya said here, his teachings and martial arts around the world will initiate a lot of people. Because he's not just a martial arts teacher. The martial arts comes with the spiritual. He did end up doing a meditation course in Poland. He just called him and he said, come and teach us meditation. So you see, may not have called it Siddha or Agastya, but he approached it from that perspective. In the leaf, yes.
The approach of the martial arts is towards the development of the self, of the inner light, of developing consciousness. It's not towards the point of fighting. Fighting is long beyond behind. Fighting, I see it as a proof that if people want to learn from someone that has experience is back there. But I don't need to reach anymore to fighting. It's not fighting in the way. We need healing. But sometimes people very skeptical young generations, they don't want to know about feeling, they want to know about fighting. So I use the fighting as a boat to bring them the fighting with the attributes of respect, self-respect, and kindness, and compassion, and all this. So the young generations can absorb it better. If it's only healing, most of the young generations is very difficult for them because the agitation that we have around us is too great. People not interested. I went to the mountain and I stayed there. I stopped all martial arts for 2 years, and I called on my students, which they were very devoted to martial arts, and no one came. And then I received the message that said, Pedro, go back there and just keep doing what you're doing, but put more emphasis into the aspect of self-development. So then I came back and that when I came back later on is when all this happened. It's called the Siddhas.
It's amazing. So you had so much stories to
I
know.
I remember the stories I shared when Agastya.
Until it was, I had to, have so many parts to it.
புதுசா அவரு செஞ்சிருக்காரு நான் சொன்னேன் friend
Kalai.
who can oh my god Kalai he hasn't met him yet I have to bring him it's
Very, very amazing.
god
Amazing.
he is just the messages keeps coming up
Channeling.
he cannot help himself he can it just comes up
So he had some messages for you too.
oh he yesterday he got initiated in Batukir Kalagi message initiation and all that happened in Batukir to the top
So until now you haven't had a physical Siddha Guru yet.
Siddhas.
Guru a
A
teacher
physical, in a physical form.
no, right?
Have you had? No. Your Guru was Lord Murugan Kadargama.
And now it's Augusta.
Yes, of course. Of course you are here. You have brought
Agastya said, there's no other gurus for you, just me. And I will teach you. I will come into your body. I will teach you what you need to know. That means he said, but he says, I can
that's the best option and the safest
Yes.
option. Direct communication with the Lord Himself.
It's
Amazing, and it doesn't happen to many people. Only selected few. Selected few. Most of us have to go through the usual routine of
Correct.
going to physical
That's right.
guru, and then maybe switching gurus, searching for a few more. Eventually, it's all happening according to our
correct.
stage of
Yes.
the Atma, how ready we are. Sorry, a matter of readiness. You're ready, the Guru comes. But even I would say the best option, you're talking about guru-disciple relationship, the best to
Oh, yes.
direct communication.
Yes.
You don't need a middleman. Like in your case, my God, it's amazing. Amazing.
From where to where?
Oh my God. When he can come into you and guide you with
Yeah.
movements, that's
It was just something after I was practicing outside. It was at night. We have in Thailand a sun terrace and see the stars. I was just training there after dinner, very gentle. And the energy came and my body started moving. I just jumped very fast into the house. I said to my friend, make a video right now.
He called his friend. Say, take a video now.
Take a video right now, and then my body just moved, and then because I was afraid that the movement that they're doing, I was going to forget. And we make a video.
you have that.
I have the video, and then I was no t-shirt, short pants, but I just
No, it's not important. That is not important.
Not important.
What we want to capture is the movements.
Yes.
You're right.
And then
You did the right thing.
and then I got the movements, and I say, wow.
So after that he messaged me. So brother, this just happened. So exactly how he said in the Nadi it happened. I felt his presence. He came. So
And after I put the wooden swords on the side, and I sit them on the bed, and my body is still with a very high vibration, but very happiness and a very like a hypnotized. I don't know how to describe, but this is very pleasant, very calm and conscious.
And you were aware of everything. You were aware of everything, every movement, every single.
Again, please.
You were aware of every
aware?
movement and
I-
just every moment.
I use hit master takeover, and then I'm completely aware. I can fight with it. I can move. I can just say no, but not necessarily use move and this and just things going. It takes a little bit time, but it's going very slowly, and then a little bit more, and then a little bit faster, and then go to the next and put the foot here, and then like a very gentle, and then you become observant. You just observe that, and it's just things happen. It's not difficult at all, but it's just amazing experience.
How long did that last?
Maybe 10 minutes.
even with the stick, remember? With the stick. The stick. He was practicing the Thai martial arts.
Right.
Because he learned the weapons. And suddenly he said, oops, I ended up doing Silambam. He was doing Silambam movement.
He switched to
Silambam. So he was telling me, suddenly he has this interest.
Oh, it's Lama.
In fact, today, after coming and praying, we were supposed to go and see a Silambam master because he really looking for to learn Silambam.
It is certain steps that I need to make to complete the whole cycle in the martial arts, in the fighting arts. I need to go to see some Silambam master to teach me certain things. I was saying that I don't want to devote life to only teaching fighting. I think it's enough, and I should move into the healing. The biggest fighting is inside. And that is one of the reasons why when I saw the explanation of Low Murugan Bell, I was completely sure that this is the way that I want to follow. Because it's exactly what I've been thinking for all these years. The weapon is about fighting your own demons, anger, lust, envy, jealousy. I said, okay, so rather than use the weapons against others, we should use the inner weapons of intelligence to really heal ourselves. So that is the direction that I'm looking forward.
Right. So nice.
Maybe now the video sounds like meaningfulness, but when we talk our conversations, we become
Like
so excited. Like, wow.
Even today in the afternoon.
All day when I come to Malaysia, I just talking with them all the time. Madagascar and Romuga and Siddhas and martial arts and the healing, and just the whole day occupied this time. When I go back to Chiang Mai, there is no one else. I just pray and training, which is okay. But when I come to Malaysia, because this is such a big community of Siddhas, is a blessing. My girlfriend asked me, said, why do you always go to Malaysia? Because every 3 months I need to come. She go to Laos, it's cheaper. I said, no. I come to Malaysia. She said, never mind. He said, okay, now the company we can put 4 shareholders, and then you don't need to travel only once a year. I say no, don't put 3 shareholders. Every 3 months I want to renew the visa in Malaysia. I really want to come here. I don't want to do anything else because I feel that I need to come here. So we'll come back in January.
Yes.
already.
Yeah.
I told her we will go to see the masters, the Lamban master, and if he accepts me as a student, I will spend some time with him to, if he want to teach, of course.
I'm gonna organize something here. Not plan to because now I will introduce you many people from around the world. So right now I think I have a huge pool of people everywhere. So I decided to do something called the Siddhas Spirit Retreat. Just 3 themes. We're going to focus on Siddha medicine. We're going to focus on Siddha martial arts. We're going to focus on Siddha meditation. And this retreat is going to cater for people who don't speak Tamil. From all around the world, I already have people inquiring me when they want to book things. So the idea is not to make money. The idea is, I told him even yesterday, we were laughing about it. He gets very excited. The
I
first
thought
day
we
I
was
told
going
him,
to go in November, but some things happen in Canada.
so the idea
Wait
is,
until February.
the idea is to awaken the Siddha spirit in the awaken. So Siddha martial arts பார்த்தோம்னா வர்மக்கலை, சிலம்பம், கலரி, இந்த மாதிரி போர் கலைகள் இதெல்லாம் வந்து அப்போ சித்தர்கள் தான் மார்ஷல் ஆர்ட்ஸ் கிரியேட் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. இதுக்காக கிரியேட் பண்ணாங்கன்னு சொல்லிட்டு அந்த ஒரு இன்ட்ரோடக்ஷன் இருக்கணும். ஸோ நாட் ஜஸ்ட் த ஃபிசிக்கல் ஸ்டாஃப், ஆல்சோ தி இன்டர்னல் மார்ஷல் ஆர்ட்ஸ், த மெய்தின் தைக்கலை வர்மத்தில் அந்த எனர்ஜி மார்ஷல் ஆர்ட்ஸ். Like I explained some time ago, gods were never fighting with the weapons they had. They also used their, the spiritual, subtle weapons. And we want people to get in touch with that. Why? Because sometimes we also, see how beautifully is it, the inner weapons. Because sometimes we have our inner demons, which we create ourselves. But of course, sometimes there are also outer demons. So you see, so it's a very beautiful thing for balance. I remember a long time ago, Agastya said, if you just do donation only, your spiritual meditation will be very low. You're not keeping the scale at a balance. So he told me, stop donating too much and do more meditation. So
There must be balance.
yeah, balance. So it must be a reason why they created martial arts. Maybe we're not appreciating it because it looks violent. And maybe it's not violent after all. Maybe there's, what if I told you martial arts, if you practice silambam or any weapons are, it actually activates certain energy centers in your body. Just like the way we do yoga, it activates certain energy centers. And naturally you see martial artists, they're all not just physically strong, they're internally very, very strong as well. Like, mind, body, spirit. So I said, no, I want to introduce you. But I want to teach the internal martial arts because Khru teaches internal martial arts, not just the physical, but the internal. Yesterday he did a class for my guys. The internal portion of the martial art, how to use the softness, chikung. The second, we were going to focus on Siddha medicine. We're going to talk to Dr. Krishna also. Herbs, healing. And when we talk about healing, there's a lot of modality of healing. But we're going to specifically focus on Siddha healing aspects. And then we're going to talk about the energy healing. Because Siddhas are very involved with the energy healing. Siddha massage, Varma massage, and Varma therapy. So it's just like an introduction what the Siddhas were actually pointing at. And then lastly, we're talking about meditation. Now when we talk about meditation, everybody got a system, everybody got something to say. But Siddhas are different. They actually gave us everything codified. The eightfold path was for us to get into meditation. But of course, a lot of people don't understand that in a simple way. I think Master Gauri said it the best, so we have to talk to him to come. And then the idea is also to teach people who don't know anything. நம்ம ஒரு சொல்லுறீங்களா எதுவே தெரியாதவங்க தமிழே அறியாதவங்கலாம் வந்துட்டு சத்திரமாகத்தில் இருக்காங்க. இதுக்கு எப்படி என்ன எக்ஸ்பிளனேஷன் கொடுப்பீங்க? எந்த ரெஃபரன்ஸில் போகிறது?
It's connected.
Yes.
It's
So
connected.
You know, sometimes they say, இல்லை தமிழ் புரியணும் அப்போ தான் உனக்கு சித்தர்களோட மார்க்கம் புரியணும். No. I think Agastya is beyond that.
Beyond language, beyond
Yes,
race,
yes,
beyond religion.
Yes.
You know, if they want to give you something, they just give it to you.
There you go.
You don't need to know the language.
Yes.
You don't need to be the same race, religion, faith, nothing.
So
Just
that's,
happens.
that's what I want.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
That's what I want to focus on this ஐயா. யோகா யோகா பயிற்சி பேசிக் யோகா பயிற்சி நம்ம கௌரி மாஸ்டர் பேசணும் அவ்வளோ சொல்லி. ரெண்டாவது வந்து இந்த தியானம் மெடிடேஷனா என்ன, இந்த தாரணா என்ன, இந்த பிராணாயாமம்னா என்ன, சிம்பிளாக எந்த ஒரு கல்ச்சுரல் பேகேஜ் இல்லாமல் how can you do it simple. So this 3-day retreat is basically we want to gather up the brothers and sisters of the Siddha Marga from all around the world, and the language we're going to use is English because we want everybody to understand most of it. So I'm going to invite some very prominent masters. Khru is going to take certain things as well.
So whatever I can serve.
So everybody share their
My
experiences.
spiritual.
So this is planned, yeah. Right after the retreat, I already have 7 people now. We're going to gather about 10 to 20 people, and we are going for 18 Siddha Samadhi trip. It's a journey where in the 18 Siddha Samadhi journey, those who are already coming for the retreat, they can already sign up for the journey. The idea is in the journey, some of the masters we are bringing with us. 18 சித்தர்கள சமாதிக்கும் போகிறோம். போகும்போது ஒரு இடத்துலையும் ஒரு பயிற்சி. In the journey itself, we're going to talk about the Siddhas, we're going to learn about them, we're going to understand what they did. In each Siddha Samadhi, we're going to focus on that particular Siddha. The idea is when they go back, they will know what to talk about. Now they understand. The energy is already connected.
We are recognizing the point in which all the arts became a part. So which should not be difficult because he already came from them. It's just separate, but it fits. Because all the training that I do is completely fit. All the Southeast Asian martial arts is just perfectly fit. Even the massage and some of the healing is just fit perfectly. But with time, with borders and countries, people came to call them different. But everything comes from the same. So in the moment that a person has that ability to merge everything, then things will happen because everything is already connected. It comes from the same tree.
Yes.
Every country they want to say is rich in knowledge, every country. But not every country is really ready to accept the truth that everything, no matter how many leaves the tree has, it comes from a trunk and from a root.
That's right.
You cannot say, I have all these leaves without having a tree.
That's right.
No one will believe it. And that is what's happening, what they are doing. They say, no, only we have the leaves and it's out. Yes, but the leaf has a trunk and the trunk has a root. What about that? So that is one of the major problems that I'm encountering by being a foreigner teaching certain arts because they put lots of blockage so that not happen because everyone like to say that the arts are the heritage of their own country.
Correct.
And that is what didn't convince me, and that is what I keep traveling, finding the root, not the trunk or the branches, the roots of the tree. And the roots of the tree were in South India. And then South India, and then I'm very honest. If tomorrow I find another root, I will go for it. But in the meditation, I saw that many of the things were related into Egypt, but everything was destroyed. So I don't think I can go any further. I think it's all the roots, same like when I went to Sri Lanka, Lemuria. They came from Lemuria. So that is where I stay. And that is what I should nurture all the learnings that I do from the main root, not from the leaf. I already been in many leaves, in many branches. But it's time to reach the root, and the root is in Agastya is the root.
Yeah.
As far as I see, as far as I feel, as far I have found out. Maybe I will be wrong, but today this is my 100% belief.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Because I cannot what is the truth, but I only can say what I feel and what all this journey of all my travels in Asia through the martial arts and through spirituality, they have reached me until today, and it's Agastya and Lumia. Because before I learned Buddhism, I said, okay, it's the Buddha and this, but I went further and further and further, and I saw that for a moment the path started to separate. I said the martial arts start less, only spirituality, which I really like it, and I went through that path for a while. But when I look back, I said the martial arts are gone, and this is my boat, this is my path. So if I go into spiritual, I need to become a monk to people support. So I'm very glad that everything that you say, brother, is exactly the very similar experience that assure that, okay, we are not alone. Sometimes we wonder and we say, oh my gosh, what's happening here? What is all this? And when I hear from other people, it encourages me very much to continue and reaffirm. It's not that I will say, okay, because no one do it, I will stop. No, probably I will continue because I've been doing it for a long time, but it's a help. It's a help to continue this journey. Every step has more meaning. And then when you reach that step, it's okay, this is a lot of meaning. And you reach the next one, more meaning. Every time it's deeper. I used to recall the days last year where I knew about certain things. What an improvement. I have some videos of how it's possible. I was there and now I'm here. In one single year. So you can see that the speed of learning is very high, very extremely high. Yeah, it's not normal. It's not normal. The speed of learning normal. If it's not because you see it, it's because you receive an idea, or because your hand moves, or because things clear out, so I can clear mind to not go jump into different projects, because before I go here, I go, but now it's just like
You're focused.
I wake up in the morning, I just drink one coffee, I just go training 3 hours with the students alone. I just come, I go to have lunch about 1 o'clock, take a shower 1 o'clock, go to have a nap 3 o'clock, I'm there, go to drink another coffee, training until 6, 7. Evening, go to sleep, go to dinner, 8:30, 9 o'clock, sleeping, meditation, sleep. Morning, the same. Wake up, make few prayer, drink one coffee, go to gym. So much clarity into one direction. So, Pedro, you want to go here? No, I don't want to. You want to come to gym? No. It's just the happiness of doing exactly what I do every day. Where is it?
So I was telling him, maybe he said that he just finished a 1 month training with his students from overseas. About 9 or 10 of them will come and he will train them 1 month.
Beginners.
After it's finished, he will say he will feel so tired and he usually want to take a break. That's why he comes. So I told him, because I can't remember if others they mentioned about that, but maybe there are some similarities. All those who came learning from him, maybe they are actually getting therapy, a healing process that is affecting him karmically. Coming all the way, they getting healed.
When it comes to healing, when you heal someone, you are taking his karma. Okay? This is the understanding. Okay? But he shows you a way where you can heal someone without actually taking on his karma. He says, whatever you do it in my name. Bring the consciousness, the cosmic consciousness in. I'll come, I'll do the healing. There should be no thought that
This is me.
this is me who's healing.
You opened me a very big understanding now.
You know, these are for healers.
Big
These are for
understanding.
healers. So when you do it in my name, Agastya is healing. There's no karma. You're not taking your Agastya is taking on the karma, not you. Nothing will happen to you. But if you're thinking I'm the healer, I can
Then
heal
it comes.
first. You're taking on this.
That is, I believe, what happened with the old story that I said before, that I have the school, I was helping lots of people in the martial arts. I think I was taking the karma. Is why it came one time that I cannot do it. Because the school has not proper master. Just Muay Thai master, no spiritual master. But in the moment that I went there in a Lord Muruga and I bowed to him, and Agastya was present, since that moment on, is peace in the world, very much peace. And the people keep getting healed. I think I told you yesterday, I said, it's great to have a master there, a spiritual master in the martial. It's great because before I don't have it, I just have the master of Muay Thai, but there's no spiritual. Because in the work that I'm doing is related to spirituality. People have lots of problems of anger or ego. Some woman's been raped. It was a lot of problems. And when people come from the door, they are very dragging themselves. But when they leave, his spirit is very light, full of light. But perhaps because they didn't have the master, they were coming. But since Agastya teacher is there, everything is changed. We have the best course ever in so many years that I've been doing it. The last year was the worst. The worst of the worst. It was 8 people only finished 3, but it was the worst of the worst. But this year it was the best. And I think last year, because I went to Sri Lanka after the course, I went to Sri Lanka. It was the peak. This was the point in which I take enough karma that I cannot move myself. I cannot. But I felt the people when they come, they say, they feel very good. But I was taking it. But through Lord Agastya, now I help humanity through him, not just here.
Correct.
Which is a blessing because it's horrible. I don't want to recommend it.